Hey everybody! In today's recipe I am doing keto-fied jalapeno poppers with Bronco berry sauce. And for the list of ingredients, I'm using Green-Wise organic cream cheese for my popper filling. It only has 1 carb per 2 tablespoon serving, and in each popper I use about 1 tablespoon, so it's a half a carb per popper. And I'm using La Castina jalapeno. I am using 4 wholes and cutting them in halves to make 8 poppers. And then I'm using 1 tablespoon of coconut flour for the breading, 2 tablespoons of almond meal flour, 2 tablespoons of, there you are, Parmesan cheese, 1/4 teaspoon of Morton iodized salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. I love cumin. And then for the Bronco berry sauce, this is so easy. I just diced up half of a jalapeno whole, and I'm gonna mix in 2 tablespoons of Smucker's sugar-free strawberry preserves and nuke it in the microwave for 20 seconds at 10-second intervals. So for 10 seconds, stop, stir it, and then another 10 seconds, and then let it cool. I am going to heat up coconut oil, and I'm gonna fill the pan to reach, I would say, about half of the popper. So I'll fill the oil to midway length, and I usually use bacon grease for it, but today I really want to just get rid of this one so I could buy a new container. Alright, it's time to popper them up. Alright, for the breading mix, it's time to add 2 tablespoons of almond meal, 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, and I'm going to mix it up. For this recipe, I only needed 4 ounces of cream cheese, so half the package, and I already divided them up in 8 1 tablespoon servings, so they're ready to be added to the popper. I already had them in the freezer for about half an hour or so they'll be already firm when I put them in. So, eek. After we bread these, we stick them in the freezer for a good 2 hours. You never want to fry cheese without having them frozen first. I have all the cream cheese stuffed in my poppers, and I learned at the end that I really didn't need a whole tablespoon of cream cheese per popper because some poppers were bigger than the others, so I had a little left over. Like this massive, dude, he needed a lot. Then you have this little toddler popper, didn't need so much. So adjust accordingly to the size of your popper or your jalapeno. Now it's time to get this thing going. You want to dip into the breading bowl first, and then add it to your egg wash, and get the excess off, and then sprinkle it around to get it covered up nicely. And since I'm going to be putting this in the freezer for a couple of hours, highly recommended again, it's going into a container. So I'm just going to do a couple for you. And then we'll move on to the Bronco berry, which is really good, but a little goes a long way, so you really don't need to dip your jalapeno in completely. Just get a little bit of the taste to it. That's all. You might even find you have leftover Bronco berry sauce in your cup, and you can deduct even more carbs from your carb count. Now it's time to do the Bronco berry, and this is easy peasy. Just take your little serving of diced jalapenos, add 2 tablespoons of the strawberry preserves, and stir it up, and then put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. Once it heated up in the microwave for 10 seconds, I took it out of the microwave and stirred it, and then I placed it back in the microwave for an additional 10 seconds. It smells so good, but it is piping hot. So it's best to let it cool for a while, and it can do that while we fry up our poppers. I already did 3 so far, and they look gorgeous. I have the coconut oil heated up on medium heat temperature, and I'm just slowly flipping as I go. It's like it was meant to be. Alright, I wanted to cook up that big kahuna in action for you guys. Remember the big fatty from earlier? So let's watch him do its thing. Hey, you got some hitchhikers. Get off of there. Some burnt coconut. Get off my popper. Oh well. It's like when I cook a batch of pancakes, the last one always has to mess up. Well, there you have it. Look how sexy those keto jalapeno poppers look. I'm just waiting for them to cool off a little bit, and then I'm gonna test it out for you. I'm not too sure how the quarter teaspoon of cumin's gonna turn out, because I added that for the first time, and I haven't tried it. So, but I know the rest is gonna taste a-okay. Alright, let that cool, and I'll dig in. I already dipped it in the Bronco berry sauce before I realized I didn't hit record, so it's already on there. But look how pretty that looks. Do some close-ups. Sorry about the dishwasher in the background. Let me show you. I don't know if I'm showing this correctly or not, but look how good that looks. Now the best part, I am doing a taste test. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a double dunker. That is pretty good. I'm gonna give the rest to my husband a try. The only thing I'm gonna say, I would probably put a little less cumin though. I put a quarter teaspoon, but I suggest maybe 1/8, or if that, or just omit it entirely. But holy cannoli, these were good. Babe, how do you like them?
Very good.
Awesome. And he's not a ketoer. Now a close up. I think maybe oregano would be good instead of the cumin. What do you think?
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. Until next time, Lisa from myskinnyplate.com.